Welcome to the Rustic Planters. Today, we're diving into graceful vintage garden designs perfectly suited for small urban yards. If you're dreaming of a tranquil green space packed with rustic charm right in the middle of the city, this video is just for you. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. Your support helps us bring you more garden inspiration and ideas every single week. Now grab your coffee or your favorite gardening gloves, and let's explore 20 timeless ideas to bring vintage elegance into your compact outdoor haven. Vintage garden charm starts with creativity. Old dressers, drawers, and wooden chairs can be repurposed into stunning planters. A weathered vanity overflowing with petunias? Yes, please. Look for secondhand pieces with character, flaky paint, antique knobs, or carved legs. These details add personality to your garden and serve as conversation starters. Line drawers or shelves with landscape fabric to hold soil, and group these pieces in corners or against fences to maximize small spaces. Nothing says vintage charm like a rustic trellis or arbor draped in vines. Whether you go for wrought iron or reclaimed wood, these features bring vertical interest to tiny yards. Use climbing roses, clematis, or sweet peas to soften the structure and introduce fragrance. It turns a basic garden corner into a romantic focal point. Even in a small yard, a trellis can act as a privacy screen or entrance, adding both function and grace. Vintage gardens thrive on charm. Think old watering cans, rusty lanterns, or faded birdhouses tucked among the plants. These worn treasures tell stories and add authenticity. Look for items with patina, not perfection. The goal is to evoke a sense of timelessness, like a secret garden that's always been there. Group smaller items together or place them near seating areas to spark curiosity and delight. Even in small yards, a meandering path invites exploration. Vintage-style cobblestone paths, whether real or faux, add structure and elegance. Use irregular stones or bricks in soft, earth-toned hues for that aged look. Let moss or thyme grow between the stones to enhance the vintage vibe. A winding path also makes the garden feel larger, guiding the eye and the feet through different pockets of beauty. Bring vertical dimension into small spaces with vintage plant stands. These elevate your favorite blooms and create visual layers that mimic lush, old-world gardens. Scour flea markets or antique shops for wrought iron or tiered wooden stands with character. Each chipped paint layer tells a story. Cluster multiple stands in a corner or along a wall to showcase cascading plants like ivy or flowering herbs like lavender. There's nothing more timeless than terracotta pots, especially when they're mismatched and naturally weathered. Their imperfections are their beauty. Group them in odd numbers and vary the height and width to create an organic, lived-in feel. For an added vintage twist, stencil old seed company logos or wrap pots in lace or burlap. Every charming garden needs a place to rest. Think metal bistro sets, wicker chairs, or wrought iron benches with vintage cushions. If your space is tight, even a single antique folding chair with a soft cushion can become a welcoming nook. Tuck your seating among fragrant plants like rosemary or jasmine for a sensory escape from city life. Vertical gardening is perfect for small yards. Use vintage-style hanging baskets and window boxes to overflow with greenery and blooms. Choose classic plants like trailing fuchsias, geraniums, or nasturtiums that spill gracefully over the sides. Paint boxes in soft pastel tones or let wood weather naturally for a timeless look. Old garden tools, like rusted shears, wooden rakes, and hand trowels, can be turned into art. Mount them on a fence or shed for instant vintage style. They not only decorate, but also honor the generations of gardeners who came before us. Mix in old seed packets or framed botanical prints to create a small wall gallery with personality. Small-scale greenhouses made from old windows or repurposed glass cabinets are both functional and beautiful. They protect delicate herbs or seedlings and become focal points in compact gardens. Add lace curtains or antique knobs for a soft, vintage cottage touch. Mirrors in a garden? Absolutely. Use vintage window frames or ornate mirrors to reflect light and create the illusion of more space. In small urban yards, mirrors can double your greenery and add a magical, secret garden vibe. Frame them with ivy or morning glory vines for that fairy tale finish. Reclaimed wood makes every garden feel grounded and storied. Use it for shelves, planter boxes, or small privacy walls. The knots, cracks, and aged finish contrast beautifully with soft greenery. Add vintage hooks or lanterns to complete the rustic aesthetic. In tight spaces, go vertical with a herb spiral or a tiered planter tower. Use stacked crates or galvanized tubs for that vintage twist. Plant thyme, oregano, basil, and mint, classic herbs that are useful and fragrant. This not only saves space, but adds depth and dimension to your design. Old-fashioned blooms like hollyhocks, foxgloves, and lamb's ear thrive in containers and raised beds, even in urban gardens. Choose soft pastel tones, peach, lavender, blush pink, to reinforce the vintage cottage aesthetic. Group them in informal clusters for a relaxed, natural look. Vintage glass bottles and jars add sparkle and color. Use them as vases, solar light holders, or even mini greenhouses. Cluster blue, green, and amber hues on shelves or in garden nooks for a jewel-like effect. Mix in fairy lights for evening ambience that feels straight out of a storybook. Add charm with hand-painted wooden signs. Use vintage fonts to display quotes, plant names, or welcome messages. Distressed paint or chalkboards give an aged, authentic feel. It's a small detail that adds so much warmth. Prop them near pots or along paths for little moments of joy and inspiration. Turn old mason jars into hanging lanterns or tabletop lights using wire, candles, or solar lids. They add a soft, golden glow that's perfect for evening garden moments. Hang them from tree branches or shepherd hooks for an enchanting effect. Even small yards can host a fountain or bird bath. Use repurposed wash basins, tea kettles, or stone bowls for a unique twist. The sound of water adds tranquility, and vintage pieces give it character. Surround the water feature with ferns or moss to complete the woodland feel. And there you have it, 20 ways to bring graceful vintage charm to even the tiniest urban yards. Remember, it's not about the size of your space, but the soul you pour into it. Thank you for joining us on this journey through rustic garden inspiration. If you found an idea you love, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to stay updated with more cozy, green living tips from the Rustic Planters. Until next time, happy gardening.